Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Alicia from Fit Pro Essentials, and I'm so excited to have Andrew Judson here with me. I asked him to come on, and so we can shoot this little video for you and introduce you to first Andrew, who's an amazing guy, just super cool. And second, he started a company called Nutritional, which is really changing the way that fitness professionals use nutrition and a really incredible way to actually get insane results for your clients and do it completely hands off. So he's working with a few of my clients right now, and they're getting really great results. It's adding money to their bottom line. Their clients are getting better results. They appreciate the level of attention and the quality of the work that's involved there. So he offers something completely different than anything else out there in the market. It's very personalized, and I just wanted to introduce you to him and kind of share what he's got going on. And then if you think it's a good fit for your business, you can reach out to him. But I just really wanted to introduce you to him because it's pretty awesome, and it's changing the way people do nutrition in their business. So I'm so excited to have you here, Andrew.
Thanks, Alicia. I'm really excited to be here and chat a little bit about what we can do for each other, right? It's awesome.
Sounds good. So you've got us first, before we get into your story, Andrew's in the bathroom.
Yeah,
And
shower room back there.
when you first hopped on, I was like, oh my God, he doesn't know his video's on. He's totally in the bathroom. But he's in there for a reason, because you're in your studio and you got some people working out. But
yeah, it's been a funny transition wherein, my wife and I actually used to own a gym here, and we still have a gym, but it's primarily for our additional nutritional staff, as that one side business sort of took over our gym. And we've created sort of a headquarters here that happens to have a gym at. Now, we just so happen to have, a good 10, 15 people that still do come here. So as I saw someone coming up the porch, it was Sharon, one of our clients, and Mike. And I said, okay, I got to duck into the shower room to do this.
I love it. Great acoustics.
Yeah, for sure.
Perfect. All right. So for those who don't know you, can you share a little bit about you got one of the coolest stories about how you got started. So can you just share that so
For
everyone
sure.
can get to know you a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I kind of accidentally got into fitness, but it was instilled in me at a young age. I really loved sports growing up in public school. I dabbled in pretty much every sport that there was. And then I was a late starter playing hockey. We're up north of Thunder Bay there in Canada, and small town, and all my friends were playing. I never started young. So I picked up a pair of skates at the age of 12, and I could barely skate. And I was pretty upset with that, being a very competitive person. So I went to Winnipeg that summer. My grandfather took me to this awesome, my father and my grandfather put me in this hockey camp that had, it was a Christian athlete hockey camp. So we had some NHL guys that happened to be Christians and stuff. And, my dad was big into the church stuff back then. And so we found this, and the emphasis was on power skating and puck handling skills. And I was like, all right, I'm going to learn how to skate better this year, and next year I'm going to be one of the better players on the team. So I got most improved player. I was second highest in scoring on the team. And then 3 short years later, I'm playing junior hockey, right? And I played at a pretty young age, so very competitive in the hockey, and that sort of took over all the other sports. I played a little bit of rugby, a little bit of football in high school and stuff like that, but primarily into hockey. And then, of course, you go pro or you don't, and at the junior level, and I didn't. So I went off to school, and I was in the summers working at various jobs on the Trans-Canada Pipeline. And then one summer in the middle of university, I decided to go to the Virgin Islands to live for an undetermined amount of time. I just wanted to take that break. I was young, 22, thinking, okay, let's just enjoy life for a bit. So I was bartending down at this timeshare resort where all the cruise ships came in. I was having the time of my life, doing what young kids do, and but always working out. Every morning I get up with my roommate and we go work out at America's Paradise Gym. And so it was a small small big box gym, just sort of, typical 90s place where, it's got the bright colors and the guys are wearing the Zubaz pants and all that fun stuff. you know, the air of the bodybuilder and stuff. So I'd always, you know, naturally lead my buddies in a workout. So I was always orchestrating what we do. And one day, out of the corner of my eye, there's the gym owner there, and he's like arguing with this big personal trainer dude, and he just like, they're arguing, they're nose to nose. I was like, oh man, what's going to happen to Jeff here? And so they argued. That the personal trainer stormed out, and he was panicking for the next half hour during my workout. I saw him rustling around his desk, kind of in a, like, the police are coming to get me look on his face. He's just panicked, businessman. He just lost, you know, a good chunk of his business. As you know, as a gym owner, you know, personal training supersedes memberships often when you're an independent gym owner as such. And so I guess that guy walked out, and 28 of his clients either didn't have a trainer or maybe left with him. So he says he didn't have any other trainers. He comes up to me, he says, Andrew, you're in good shape. I assume you're a trainer just by, you know, seeing that you're training your buddies and stuff. And I said, no, I'm not certified. I never, he's like, can I get you certified this weekend? And I said, okay, is that all it takes? And back then, yeah, pretty much you took a weekend course, you took a few tests, and boom, I was certified personal trainer through America's Paradise Gym and ACE. And I loved it. And I took over all this guy's clients, the ones that didn't take off with him. And I got into teaching spin class and all this kind of fun stuff. And you know, my plan that whenever I decided to go back to school was to go into law school. And that was sort of my path. And it just immediately changed that fall when I took over this guy's clients and fell in love with fitness and thought, this is what I really need to do. And, you know, I took every measure it took to learn how to train a woman, because I never really trained with a girl or, you know, trained a woman. And so I did a lot of extra stuff to make sure I was the best trainer that there could be. So I went back to Canada. I lived in Kingston for a while, and then I lived in Toronto. I started doing some competitions and started winning at the pro level and in the World Natural Sports Organization. And then my client roster was full. I was loving it. I didn't have to bartend anymore, and it just sort of took over. So that kind of led to a lot of people asking me, you know, I started training people for competitions because, you know, people were approaching me, and all of my clients were turning pro. And I just kind of learned to fine tune nutrition within that weird little niche of bodybuilding and fitness modeling and stuff like that, on how to get people super lean. It actually even led to me training, you know, people in Canadian television for certain roles and movies and different things like that need to be lean for a fighting scene or even, you know, a sex scene or something like that. I was hired by these corporations to get their actors, the production companies, to get their actors nice and lean. And so I just kind of, you know, all of that was very superficial to me at the time. And I was in this kind of superficial bubble, and it was all well and good. People were getting fit. I took even a lot of people that were really unfit and got them into a competition stage, but there were elements of it that were very unhealthy to it. And so I just decided that there and then I wanted to just kind of expand so that I could help other people. A lot of my clients were in corporate, high up corporate situations, and I was starting to get referrals for all kinds of walks of life. And I thought, well, geez, I gotta tap into figuring. I like problem solving, so I really want to figure out how I can help someone that has endometriosis or that has Crohn's disease or that has a hormonal, and I don't know anything about that. I just know how to train young people for competitions and things like that. So I thought, okay, I'm going to go get my holistic nutrition certification and really delve into, you know, mind, body, spirit type stuff. That's not, you know, overly crazy spiritual or anything like that, but just, you know, connecting your brain to your stomach and all that kind of stuff. I mean, there's a lot of emotions and different things that are involved with nutrition. And some people can't do it overnight. And some people need to do it slower than other people. Some people can do it right away. You know, there's the athlete and there's the couch potato. And so I wanted to know it all. And so it was just time. And so my career then progressed into helping other people, to the point where I was doing PDF documents till 11 p.m. at night, and, you know, sending out nutrition plans for all my personal training buddies, clients, and my colleagues. And so I was just running. I was like, I can't do this anymore. I'm only me. I'm only one person. So that's when the wheels started turning, even before there were apps out and things like that, that I wanted to get a system in place wherein it could take my brain and put it into a sort of a software system where I could start automating some of the things with nutrition. Now, some of the things that are important to automate, and accountability and support and things like that, should never be automated because we need to be there for the people we're connecting with. But yeah, it took a good 7 years to where it brought us to last November. I met my wife. She owned a gym in Ottawa. I moved to Ottawa. We got married. We had twins. We opened another gym here. And so, yeah, we finally got to I had trained a bunch of trainers to do nutrition. They got their nutrition certification. They were all doing the old fashioned way. And then boom, we got the app going and we could hit up, thousands of clients instead of hundreds. Yeah. So that's kind of where we are. I mean, last November we were at, working with 20 gym owners to provide them sort of a white label nutrition service via a private app. And now we're over 100 and growing by about 2 or 3 a week. And we've got a couple of really big chains that we're going to be working with here in the fall. And that's just kind of the evolution of where I've been and how, we took the proper steps to scale up accordingly. And we're just in that fun growth period where we can't hire fast enough. And it's just a lot of fun making it work for gym owners. And that's it started with personal trainers, all my friends, my colleagues. And then we thought we'd swim upstream and get to, small gym owners, boot camp facilities, kickboxing, CrossFit, all that kind of stuff.
There's such a need. Yeah. There's such a need for that. And I don't mean to cut you off, but
I was kind of done.
I love your evolution and your story. I mean, you were going in law, that was your direction. You wanted to go to law school, I think you were in law school down there, right?
No. I had just finished pre-law and I was going to attempt. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you're down south and, you're working out and a trainer quits. You end up walking into, how many clients did you walk into?
Like 28, I think.
I think that's like every new starting out to dream. Just walk in, hand off 28 clients. Dream or nightmare. That would be overwhelming for some people for sure, especially if you're just getting started. But you dove in and you took it to the next level. You went nutrition. You got into that elite level where you were going through competitions, training people for competitions, helping actors get in shape for scenes. And you learned a lot. You went to school and it became your passion.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I know from talking to you in the past, like this is something that you absolutely love. And I love talking to you because you are super passionate about what you do. And I know firsthand, you're working with a couple of my clients, how much you've impacted their business and their clients' lives. And so that's what get you on. Just to kind of like, nutrition is obviously, there's a massive gap. We're fitness professionals. Especially depending on where you live, there's a lot of regulation on what you can and can't do with your clients. And that's a good thing because nutrition is very specific and it's very individual based on the person. So from your perspective, what you've seen in the market, what do you think some of the biggest gaps? I mean, a lot of fitness business owners from boot camps to CrossFit to whatever. What are the biggest gaps? What are people missing from the nutrition perspective?
The number one thing people are missing is accountability and support. Now, there are platforms that exist that do have some levels of that. And some gym owners do provide that. Some staff of those gym owners do provide that and in various ways. But the primary focus of the gym owner and the personal trainer is to do the workout, get members in and things like that. When they start going off into the nutrition, A, they're probably not certified. B, it's a lot of extra time. It's an extra thing to market. It's an extra, add-on that might not be easy to package or have the time to properly hold someone's hand. So we take an athlete, we give them a plan. That's easy. So CrossFit gyms are actually relatively easy to work with. We've got a boot camp facility where people are, up to 55, 60 years old, sometimes older, lots of weight to lose. There's a lot more emotional journeys here, and that's all well and good, but it takes a little bit extra care. We need the therapists. We need the coaches. We need the support staff there available 24/7. And that's something that we are striving to provide, because it just doesn't exist out there in the way that you can text, email, set up a Skype or a call with us. And that was the big part of the automation, where once upon a time I thought, okay, I'll have 4 staff, we'll help 100,000 people. But no, it's not happening that way. And that's okay. We need to give people support. There is a therapeutic element to going into a phase 1 of someone's nutrition plan. And that's very different from the athlete to someone that has 75 pounds to lose, that possibly had a traumatic event earlier in their life or in the middle, at school, whatever happened. That's just one example. People are just plain addicted to chemicals and sugars and things like that. But yeah, the accountability is, I'm trailing off here, but accountability, support, personalization is a really big one. Even there's a lot of faux personalization going on out there, where there's like maybe 3 diets. And if you kind of fall into this category, you do that diet, but it's still somewhat cookie cutter, right? And really what's missing is the journey with the nutrition coach and with the client, the end user. There needs to be constant communication. There needs to be engagement. There needs to be, how are you feeling after you eat this? What don't you like about this plan? What do you like? If someone's like, well, I'm really hungry after lunch, we go in and we change that. If someone says, I forgot that I don't like mushrooms and onions, we go in and change that. We do, a lot of things with getting, what's going to work for that person psychologically. Some people, you just can't give a plan and they're just going to follow it. We got A-type personalities. We got all kinds of different moving parts here. And we just want to make sure through communication, through the accountability structures, the email check-ins, the phone calls and the texts, that, hey, how you doing? Everything okay? Good. Okay, no? Okay, let's fix that. We got to look at people, deeper, like functioning. How are their organs functioning? How are their hormones? How is digestion? How are their intestinal issues? How are their addictions and their disorders? Those are all things that aren't really addressed when you give someone a diet per se. If someone's, looking to do, like, to go on this diet, it works, but maybe it won't work for this 30% of the population. So it's really about knowing the individual, the personality, accountability, and the support. That's kind of the big gap.
Absolutely. And I think, well, one, it's outside our area of expertise unless you go to special, nutrition school or get certified at a different level. But it sounds like a ton of work what you just talked about. I mean, going through and the level of personalization that you get, and having a custom meal plan built for each person, and that level of accountability support that you were talking about, like reaching out, hey, how did you feel after you ate this meal? Or, talking about that emotional component. We don't have that kind of time. So just hearing this, like, there's almost no way, unless, you would almost have to have a dedicated full-time person to be able to handle that kind of workload with your clients, to make sure they're all, getting what you've promised and deliver, and then get them those results that, they deserve. And so that's why I love Additional Nutritional, and I love the concept and the program that you've created, because it's hands off for the trainer. It's hands off for the business owner.
Yes. That's the beauty of it. They can concentrate on getting more members into the gym. They can know that their clients are going to be taken care of. There'll be more referrals because of it. There'll be more renewals of the clients with the personal training, or whether it be the boot camps or whatever it is, just because they'll be happy, because it's not, it's not a diet, and it's more of teaching them a lifestyle and giving them the tools to use them far after our journey is complete together. So it's just a fun little thing to give, to be able to give those gym owners the opportunity to just step back. And the best thing is, I've been a struggling gym owner. I've been a successful gym owner. So I know the need to outsource properly. I know the need to work on your business instead of in your business and all that type of stuff. So I can resonate with some of the struggles that the gym owner goes through because I've been there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. So in a nutshell, can you tell everybody what Additional Nutritional is, how the service works?
Sure. So it's basically a white label nutrition service for gym owners. So what does white label mean? If you're not sure, it means we slap your logo on everything. So we're the team behind you guys. So ABC Fitness is now Additional Nutritional approved, stamped. So it introduces us lightly. Here, you know, this is the team behind us. But, you know, so it's very much so that, you know, any questions come to us. Of course, the gym owner is going to need to understand what it's all about. So we give all the gym owners a free plan to test out on our beta site. And a lot of them get really good results. A lot of them are high stress. They've got, you know, a lot of gym owners have 10, 20 pounds to lose. And that's okay. We all need a coach, right? And whether it be a business coach such as yourself or someone to push us because we're pushing others all day, that's draining. That's draining sometimes. And I know what it's like. When I went from being a trainer to on the nutritionist all the time, I was sitting all the time. I just automatically gained, you know, a couple inches on my waist. Again, when we got pregnant with twins, and you know, I went from sleeping 8 hours a night all my life for 35 years, and then all of a sudden, boom, 4 hours, like literally 3 to 4 hours of sleep while running a business, and boom, my waist expanded again. So all these things, you know, I'm kind of trailing off again. So basically, yeah, we set up a hands-free system where we do email marketing for them. So we take a gym owner's email list, we write email copy for them, so they just get their admin person or themselves to copy, paste, and send, say, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And so, you know, the average small gym owner has about 1,500 people on their email list. And about, you know, 150 of those people are active members. So those are really engaged people that trust the gym owner. This message is coming from the gym owner. These are my new guys for nutrition. Try this out. Okay, and then it gets a great stir, and then, of course, social proof comes, and then the snowball effect comes. However, look at the other 90% of the people on that email list. Okay, they came on maybe through a Facebook ad or a low barrier offer or a challenge, and then, you know, went their own way. So we talk to these other 90% of the people on the phone. We're doing all the sales for the gym owner, and we're getting to know them. And they've poured all their emotions on this questionnaire, this 200-point questionnaire. And we're getting to know them. We're you know, what do you do for fitness? And they're like, oh, I go to the YMCA or I go to LA Fitness, but I don't really go very often. So we'll get into the boot camps. So we set up an email intro, and they're back in the boot camp. So we swing a lot of people into the boot camps or whatever the gym is, you know, personal training or CrossFit, or sometimes we work with people that simply do have a big box gym. And that's okay too. You know, if you're doing nothing, time to get in the gym. So we work a lot of people into the gym for the gym owner. And then we also massage in, as long as they're safe, the supplements that they carry at their gym. You know, everyone can use a good fish oil, a good probiotic, and some quality protein powder, whether it be whey protein powder or brown rice protein powder or some different things. It's always good to rotate your proteins. And so we'll market their stuff in that for them as well. So it's hands-free for the gym owner. We swing people back into their club. We can sell their supplements for them within reason. We're 97% food, as we're a holistic nutrition company. And you know, it's just, they're going to get that, like, as I said earlier, extra retention and renewals from their clients. And, you know, a lot of husbands jump on board too, right? So, yeah, that's kind of how the service works. And we really just need either the admin person or the gym owner themselves to send out about 3 emails a month. And then we have an integration process wherein we, every time a new member comes in, they can add on to as well. So we have a success manual something I learned from you, Alicia, in your little black dress. You know, and it's no joke, and I forgot to tell you about this, but we added that for our clients to Additional Nutritional, and we added that for our partners and affiliates. And it makes so much easier, and I thank you for that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was a good little, you know, and it was my wife. She's like, you know what? Alicia did that success manual. We have to do that to clear up some of the things that are big question marks for people. So we did that. And so you'll get an affiliate partner kit and just explaining things. So it's good to read things. You don't have to read it. We'll do all the work for you. But yeah, that's just sort of, so we have this private app. So your logo goes on it. And we kind of run one campaign per month, because I know you guys email out to your lists quite a bit with different things, challenges, transformations, and whatnot.
Awesome. Okay, so I took notes on what you said, and I already knew, but I wanted to make sure I covered everything. One, it's a white label nutrition service, so they get everything. It looks like it's coming from their company, right? And
exactly.
So you are supplying all that nutritional side of things. You help give them marketing emails to be able to sell it. You sell them into the program for them. So the trainer or the coach or the business owner doesn't even have to do any of that. Then once they're in, you are holding them accountable, giving them support. You're helping them to get, everything in order, personalizing everything 100%. And you guys even have a food therapist on staff, right?
Yes, we do.
People who need
she's a dietitian, and she specializes in all kinds of things. But the funny thing is, it's a food therapist, and the topic really isn't food. It's just getting to know that person. What's going on? What are some of these roadblocks? How can we move them out of the way? Things like that, right? So sometimes people just need to talk. So that's what we provide there.
That's awesome. And that's all included, right?
That's all included. I did leave one part out where we actually give each gym owner a healthy commission on every sale. So we actually pay you. There's no startup costs. We actually pay you every month. At the end of the month, we send you a report and a check. And so we're thanking you for partnering up with us and allowing us to help the people in your community.
Yeah, absolutely. And something really cool is when I went through the process myself, I had to put before pictures in and take.
Yeah.
There's that level of accountability. And so, you can't move to that next step unless you upload those pictures. You take a look, your team takes a look at the person's body and uses that, and where they're storing fat, what their body looks like, what their lifestyle factors are and their goals are, to completely customize a plan based on what they need.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we look at, body type. We use it for body type analysis. We look at their bone structure. We look at where they're holding muscle, where they're holding body fat. It works for month-to-month progress. So we can say, okay, they're down 2 inches on their waist, 2 inches, that something's happening here. So we're going to put more food here to flush out that area. And then, it's obviously how you look, how you feel. We try to de-emphasize the relationship that we have with the scale, and focus on inches and that kind of stuff, and how you look, how you feel. And that's all done in a YouTube video. So the gym owner, if they like to be hands-on, some do, they can meet all together and take the measurements, do it together, or people can just do it in the comfort of their own home. And most people do prefer that, especially if it's a long weight loss journey that they're on. It's just, it's super easy.
It's awesome. It's a great way to monetize that 90% of your email list, like you were talking about, because you have a certain percentage of people that are actually your clients. Those other 90% that aren't ready maybe to take that next step and join your program, that are kind of lurking around, looking at your emails, not ready to move forward. This is a perfect opportunity for them to actually get involved, get results, have a nutrition plan where you're still making money, even though they're not coming into your facility.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect. All right. Can you talk a little bit about the results at some of, not the clients, because we know the clients are obviously getting great results, but talk about the experience from the gym owners, like some of them have had success with your program.
Yeah, so I have a couple of there's the monetary side of things, and then there's also the side of things where we're shuffling people into the gym. Clients are happy, they're referring their friends, husbands are coming in, right? We have, most of our clients are women, or wives are coming in, right? So Yeah, we've one of my first ever affiliate slash partner in the business was Corporal Sean Francis. I know a lot of you guys know him out there. We work with almost 50 Fit Body boot camps now, and he owns one up here in Canada called the Kawartha Fit Body Boot Camp. He's a chiropractor. He's a ex-military. He's just a great guy, and we started. And it was a very 1.0 part of the app, and boom, his clients, started coming in droves on the first set of emails we sent out. And then again and again, I said, Sean, introduce me to some of your Fit Body Bootcamp friends. And he did that too. And so I gave him sort of a little bonus there too. So I'm not going to discuss exactly what he makes. I haven't talked to him about this, but he makes quite a large chunk. He did a big chunk up front, and then, and succinctly every month, and especially because he adds in all those referrals that he gave me. So monetarily, he's pretty happy. And from a perspective of helping out his clients, they know now it's sort of ingrained and then as part of an in-house. So we don't necessarily even have a campaign, and we'll get someone from his camp, just go, we see a submission come up. We're like, okay, let's call Kawartha. And so, yeah, that's just he's one of my first, and he's still one of the most successful affiliates we have. We've got some really good ones in Sarah Goosen and Cheyenne, Wyoming. Great people there. We had Brent Neville in Wisconsin. Great response there. All across Canada and the States. Really good. And then the CrossFit gyms, just amazing. Talk about a community of people that come together to work out and then encourage each other. Someone falls, they pick each other up, and it's a very pumped up atmosphere. And I had those preconceived notions when I entered into the CrossFit gyms myself of, oh, it's CrossFit, it's this kind of weird cult thing, but it really isn't. And it's just about, being safe, learning things the safe way, encouraging each other, and working out freaking really hard. And so we have very high success rates with those athletic gyms and stuff like that. Strive Athletics in Toronto, really, really good affiliate of ours, and they're continuing to do their in-house marketing with us. They kind of took their own thing and they've done their own marketing, and they go all word of mouth, and we get a continual group of them coming in on a daily basis, which is wonderful. Mm-hmm. And then we have, some small 3-chain gyms, and they, every day we're getting people from there. We meet once a month. We all do high fives and that kind of stuff. It's more local here. Whereas most of our 99% of our clients we never meet. We do know them because we talk to them and we get to know them really well. It's just wonderful. We have so many successful relationships with gyms, and
that's awesome.
Yeah,
I love it. I'm excited that we're getting the word out to some more people that don't yet know about you. So who is Additional Nutritional for? Who is it not for?
Okay, so it's basically for any gym owner that wants to be hands-free, right? We're going to drive traffic to the gym, as I said, sell their safe supplements, give them a major value add for each of their clients that leads to renewals, all that kind of stuff. So it's for any gym owner that maybe isn't quite certified, that maybe is just running around with their head cut off, or they're starting out, and they just want that assistance. They want to take that part. Nutrition is such a big part of fitness. You go, please take it. Take it. Okay, thank you. Oh, I got to check. Thanks. That's good. Oh, my people are doing great. Thanks. So really, it's for any gym owner. Now, for the people that it wouldn't be, it's not for gym owners who currently have an in-house nutritionist or dietitian in place, unless they wanted to start taking a bit less risk. There's a little bit of risk when you have, usually when you have a nutritionist or a dietitian, they set up a little shop. Perhaps they rent the space from you or split a 70-30 split or whatever. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but I think that's how it works. And you kind of have to cross your fingers and hope they're good at business, right? Maybe they're wonderful at what they do, but then again, you're limited to about 20 people. Once they cap out at about 20 people, if it's a bigger gym, it's harder to invest that time. And chances are dietitians and nutritionists go to and set up house in about 5 or 6 different gyms. So usually they're not on Monero. But, like sometimes I've talked to a gym owner and his wife's got a degree in nutrition and she does all the nutrition, and that's wonderful. And it's face to face. I mean, that's something like we have to appreciate all the different ways that we can come together as a community. And if that's something that you want to do in-house with your spouse or your fitness family, that's fine. That's wonderful. But for the other 95% of the people, I'm just going to take that stress away from them and then give them, a reward for working with us.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, you guys know you have my full endorsement. I went through the process myself. It's awesome. I'm a big whole foods person. If any of you guys have my actual transformation challenges, I'm a whole foods, teaching people how to eat real food. And that's what you provide. You're not having people put anything crappy in their body. It's all teaching them valuable life skills that they can pass on to their children or their friends. And it's stuff that's, sustainable long-term, that gets great results and manageable for that person because it's completely custom and personalized based on what that person needs and their lifestyle. So, so how can people reach out to you? What's the deal there?
Well, I mean, we have a small website just for gym owners. It's called additionalnutritional.com. Very simple. There's a 1 minute and 15-second video that sort of explains everything we just talked about here. Kind of a visual, and then there's some success stories there, and then there's an area where you can just send in your email and a message, and then we'll set up a time to call. I think it's very important for us to know that we're a good fit with each gym owner, and sometimes, sometimes there are gyms that aren't a good fit, right? I had a client the other day, a conversation the other day where they've always done paleo, and I thought. I just said, sorry, I guess I can't work with you because I'm not going to do just paleo, right? So, but for 99% of people, we get on the phone, we have a good conversation, and they're like, you weigh out, you give them all the pros of, okay, it's hands-free, I'm going to bring more people in your gym, I'm going to pay you, oh God, when can we start? That's the biggest thing that I get at the end of the call is, when can we start? What do you need? So that's when I send them the kit. Things like that. So yeah, simply go to that part of our website at additionalnutritional.com. Give me a little message. I'll shoot you the kit and the success manual. You can read everything we do and we don't do. And you can fill out your information, get it to us, and or set up a call with me if you have more questions. And one of the biggest questions I get is, will it work during a cleanse during a transformation or a challenge? And of course, it's going to read to those people that want the upgrade service, right? So we're looking for those 20 to 30 people a month in that gym that really want to take it to the next level, that want that customization and things like that. So check me out there. That's, again, additionalnutritional.com.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, we'll tie this up in just a second, but you touched on an important topic, which was transformation challenges, because those are massive.
Yes.
In bringing in new people, and they're a really great way to drive traffic and drive leads and get energy going and get great results in a short time. But what happens after the transformation challenge? This is a way to channel all of those people into a long-term, sustainable, results-oriented, customizable nutrition program that you guys provide. So this is fully nutritional support on that side once you have people that came in through the door, if you want to use it for that. And it's just awesome. I'm excited to have you on. I'm thankful that you're doing the service and providing fitness business owners with the opportunity to be able to impact their clients on a much deeper level because of your specialty.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a wonderful thing to do.
So awesome. So did you have anything else that you wanted to say before we head out?
No, I just thanks for having me. I look forward to having some conversations with some people and changing some more lives. So
awesome.
Thank you.
Well,
yeah.
Andrew. All right, you guys go visit additionalnutritional.com. That's his website. All the info's there. Reach out to him. He's super cool. So as you know, he'll be available if you have any questions. Thanks.
All right. Thanks, Alicia. We'll talk to you later. Bye.